In late May, Google launched what it described as the biggest upgrade to its search box in over 25 years. This new, reimagined experience uses the Gemini 3.5 Flash model to power a conversational agent, a change Google CEO Sundar Pichai claimed was a revelation that people love. 6 days later, a significant number of those users looked for the exit. In the United States, DuckDuckGo installs surged by 30%, with single-day growth on iOS alone peaking at nearly 70%. This destination reveals a specific motivation. People are fleeing a product that no longer trusts them to choose for themselves. The visual design of the new search page makes the AI overview the most prominent feature. The traditional list of links, the thing people actually came for, is pushed further down the fold, replaced by AI summaries that users never requested. Startup Ume found AI overviews are 91% accurate, but for a system giving definitive answers, that 9% error rate equals 57 million incorrect facts hourly. Worse, 56% of accurate answers cited unsupported sources, linking to sites without that information. These aren't complex edge cases. When asked when Bob Marley's home became a museum, the AI cited multiple sources that didn't support its answer, and then selected the wrong year. In another instance, the AI linked to the Classical Music Hall of Fame's own website to claim there was no record of Yo-Yo Ma's induction, even though the linked page confirmed he was a member. By adding a layer of artificial confidence to simple factual queries, Google has created a system that can no longer trust its own bibliography. The shift to AI search has a massive structural consequence for the internet. This funnel shows that in AI mode, 93% of searches produce 0 clicks to external websites. For every 100 questions asked, 93 people never leave Google. This starves the ecosystem of the traffic that funds independent journalism, local news, and specialist publications. Traffic is the only currency these creators have to pay for the labor of writing and research. A health website might spend years building medically reviewed articles, only for Google's AI to summarize that work into a single box. The user gets the answer, the AI gets the training data, and the creator gets nothing. A search engine that consumes the ecosystem it depends on is a search engine eating itself. If the economic model for independent thought collapses, the AI will eventually have nothing left to summarize but an ever-shrinking pool of original sources. DuckDuckGo didn't win over millions of new users by having a superior algorithm. They won by respecting user preference. They offer a simple choice, a fully AI-powered search on one end and a no AI search experience on the other. Google cannot easily offer that same choice. Having invested tens of billions of dollars in AI infrastructure, the company must show its investors massive growth in AI usage to justify the expenditure. The cost of forcing this transition is visible in the market data. Google's U.S. search share recently saw its largest single-year decline since 2009, dropping from 87% to 84%. The absence of a no AI toggle isn't a design flaw, it's a business model. Offering users the ability to opt out would undermine the usage metrics Google needs to justify its multi-billion-dollar infrastructure spend. High usage numbers on a default feature tell us very little about user preference. If a product is the world's dominant search engine and opting out requires installing a different browser, presence does not mean endorsement. If a confusing thermostat keeps the heating on all day, British Gas cannot claim the customer loves being warm. Usage, in this case, is a sign of a default that is difficult to avoid, not a reflection of enthusiasm. When the consequences of a corporate decision range from the defunding of independent creators to the mass production of factual errors, the responsibility for how that technology is deployed falls on more than just shareholders. The companies building these systems have an obligation to the public whose lives they are reshaping. Google's redesign may become a case study in what happens when a company decides it knows better than the people it serves. Users know where the exit is, and they are looking for a search engine that asks what they want instead of telling them what they need.